Hello, welcome back. So the 12 hours of Bathurst is coming up this weekend. Myself, I'm running it in the McLaren this week, so I figured I'd do a track guide for that, and later on in the week I will do a GT4 on Knockhill as well. So starting the lap on the right hand side, heading towards the first corner. There wasn't really a good brake marker for this one, so I started braking right between the 50 meter board and 100 meter board, so at 75 meters. Braking in quite hard and quite long. Try to get the left front on the camber, which is right there, and build up the throttle once you're in the middle of the corner. So watch out that you don't go over the curb too hard, because it will send you off to the left into the wall. I did so myself a couple of times as well, so you really have to be gentle on that one. Full throttle on the straight. There isn't any difference in how you take that hill. So you're heading towards the right-hander, and I started braking right after I passed this white wall. And I also tried braking where the tarmac started, which was fine as well. So I braked it a little bit later, kept it in third gear, bleed off the brakes and trail braking it in and build up the throttle. And again, there's camber on the right side, so use that. Go over the curb a little bit so the right rear hits that curb so you don't overdo it to the left. Going in, go half throttle on this one. So keep it on the left, go half throttle, lift off a little bit, and then brake in with a wide line to the right and steering quite quickly to the left so you get close to the wall. Watch out for the little crest which is right there. If you hit that too hard, it will scrub off a lot of speed. So you're better off taking this a little bit wider than going too tight through this corner. Go all the way to the left, and this is full throttle. It does take some balls to do so, but it's pretty easily done. And the setup I'm running, which is VRS Endurance, this one. So if you're running that setup, you can take that right-hander full throttle. You go as far to the right as you possibly can and hit a little bit of the white line if you want to be safe on that one. Turn into the left, try to avoid hitting the left curb, and I took too much speed in this corner, so I did hold off the throttle. But once I got on the throttle, if you have the proper line, you can go full throttle through this corner. Just lift off a little bit and then go for it. Watch out it doesn't get sent to the right. And if you're heading to this left-hander, I start steering into the left once I hit this curb. So I try to be as close as possible to the left-hand wall. Steering in, building up the throttle, and again you see me lifting off a bit because I took too much speed in it. Go all the way to the left and start braking once you don't see the sign anymore. So I started braking a little bit later, but if you want to be safe, brake once it passes your, when it's up in front of you and you can't see it anymore. So brake in, and you see this is like a wave braking. So because it's downhill, you want to keep control of the car, and you're better off going a little bit slower so you can take the right-hander closer than going in too hard and losing it on this curb. So it's like a wave, it's getting steeper and steeper, so you're braking harder and harder. By controlling the brakes, you're able to take as much speed as possible. So build up the throttle quite a little bit, and then be as close as possible to the dipper on the left hand, because once you hit the dipper, you can go full throttle. So braking in a little bit and go full throttle, and try to not hit the grass on the right hand side. Stay to the left of the wall and try to be close. And don't be too scared to take this fast, because if you're overshooting this corner, you're still able to brake without hitting the wall. So play with this, but don't start braking too soon. So control your brake, and again you see me braking like a wave, but building it up because it's getting steeper. So getting steeper, and try to be on the middle of the road and turn in quite hard. And once I got a throttle marker on this one. So once I started seeing this little thing right there, that's when I started throttling. So I knew I wouldn't hit the wall. So I had a little bit of oversteer on that specific corner. It was still fine. Full throttle, one of the longest straight on track. And that's why you want to go on throttle as quickly as possible through the hairpin. If you're not doing that, you're losing a lot of time. So avoid hitting the grass on the left, don't hit the curb on the right, and start braking right in front of the 100 meter board. It's like 20 meters earlier, start braking in. And this is a pretty hard braking zone. So again, it's like the Bathurst is, you don't overdo it on the brakes. So you're better off, if you're not able to brake this late, just brake 10 meters earlier, so you can control the corner a little bit better. So you're braking in and still bleeding it off a little bit, and then building up the throttle and try to avoid this curb because it will send you to the right. Try to hit this curb to get a little bit more turn in and go completely on the throttle. And then the last corner, I started braking at the 100 meter sign. Right when I passed it, I started braking. You're able to put this brake marker further back, but then the car got a bit sketchy under braking, so I did clip the grass a couple of times, so I stopped doing that and tried to be safe on that one. So braking in, don't try to hit that curb too much. Go wide and avoid the grass, and there you got your lap. I ended up doing a 2:01.938, which is pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with that. If I can run this on Bathurst on the special event, I'm pretty happy about that. Obviously, the lap you're doing on Bathurst is in complete dark. For the sake of the video, I reconstructed the track temperatures of the special event, and I wanted to give some brake markers, so that's why it's during daylight. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Leave a like, subscribe. My last video somehow completely took off. I'm really pleased about that. I did get a ton of subscribers, and I'm really grateful for that. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and you guys have a good weekend by racing it, and don't hit the wall. Cheers, guys.